So starting in relaxation position, you're just going to put your hands onto your lower ribs. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, let your lower ribs expand, and then a long exhalation out through your mouth. Do 2 more breaths like that. So really filling your lungs right up from the bottom, breathing right into the base of your lungs. Lengthening your exhalation, emptying your lungs completely. Then just bringing your arms down by your side, you let your breathing settle. Just think about coming into neutral spine. So if you need to do a couple of little pelvic tilts forwards and backwards, come into that midway position so your pelvis is balanced and level on the mat. And then you're just going to fold one knee in. You're going to clasp behind the back of your knee, or just hold on to your knee actually. Just hold your knee. And you're going to start to draw that in towards your body, just slowly. You're going to let your lower back react to this. So if it starts to imprint into the floor, that's fine. Draw it in and then release. So come back into neutral and then draw it back in again. So just do that 3 times. And then you can bring that foot to the floor. Just do the same on the other side. So drawing your leg in, allowing your lower back to react. The pelvis will tilt back slightly. Good, and then bringing it back down to the floor. Fold your first knee in again, and now lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel a stretch in the back of your leg. Try and clasp behind the back of your leg now, if you can reach. And again, you're going to let your spine just react to this. So it's fine to tilt your pelvis back to bring your leg in. If you've got a little bit of a bend in your leg, that's okay. But you're going to just draw it in a little bit closer to your body. Good, hold it there. And then you can repeat that on the other side. Good, so draw it in. Just feel the length in your lumbar spine as your pelvis tucks under. And then bring your foot back down to the floor. Good. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart now, probably almost as wide as the mat. Bring your arms out to the side, turn your palms up to face the ceiling, and you're just going to go into little side rolls. So you're going to let both knees come over to one side, back to the centre and over to the other side. So you can breathe out as you bring them over, breathe in as you bring them back, and just keep going with that. So you're just trying to release a little bit more in your lumbar spine. And then you can bring your feet back into parallel, about hip distance apart. Check that bring your feet a bit closer together.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't concentrating.
Check that your pelvis is back in neutral. So feel the weight of your pelvis just sinking down into the mat, and then you can lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling. So palms are facing each other. Now we're going to go into single shoulder drops. But as you breathe in and reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, you're actually going to reach that hand over towards the other hand. Good. And then as you breathe out, release your shoulder back down onto the mat, and then repeat that on the other side. So your arm is coming across your body as you reach your hand towards the other hand, and you're going to let your head and your spine just react to that movement. So there's going to be just a little tiny rotation in your spine. Your pelvis is staying still. Good. Then bringing your arms back into parallel, you're now going to really reach from your armpit. Little finger is coming up towards the ceiling, and release back down. Just do 2 more like that. So just normal shoulder drops now. Feeling that mobilization in your shoulders. And then drawing your arms back down into your shoulder joints. You're going to bring your right arm down by your side. Your left arm is going to come up above your head. and then you're going to alternate. Good, so your arms will be passing each other directly above your chest. From here, we're going to go into windmill arms. So as you bring your right arm down by your side, your left up above your head, you're then going to circle your arms or windmill your arms so that you finish with your right arm up above your head. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. Keep going that same way. You're going to do 3 in that direction. Good. And then finish with your arms back up above your chest, and you're going to go the other way. Good. Keep your body still. Just use enough of your core just to keep your body stable as you're moving your arms different direction. Good. And when you've done 3, finish with your arms back up above your chest. Good, lovely. Okay, another breath in. As you breathe out now, you're going to fold one knee in to a single knee fold, and you're going to lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling. Now really try and feel that stretch in the back of your leg, and then you're going to open that leg out to the side, but watch your pelvis doesn't roll. Then you're going to draw your leg back in and bring it across the midline of your body. Good, bring it back to the centre, bend your knee and bring your foot back down to the floor. Fold the other knee in, lengthen your leg up towards the ceiling, feel the stretch in the back of your leg, open your leg out to the side, keep your pelvis still, bring your leg now across the midline of your body, back to the centre, bend your knee and bring your foot back down to the floor. Once more on each side. So fold your knee in, lengthen your leg up towards the ceiling, open your leg out to the side, bring it back across your body, back to the centre, bend your knee and bring your foot back down to the floor. Last time, really reaching your leg up. Good, breathe out as you open your leg out to the side. Breathe in as you bring it across your body. Breathe out as you bring it back down to the centre, bend your knee, foot back down to the floor. Check you're still in neutral, and then you can come up into a double knee fold position. Bring your arms down by your side now. Lengthen one leg away from you as you breathe out. Draw it back in as you breathe in. Repeat on the other side, so you're just alternating. Good. Try bringing your leg very slightly lower. Good. One more on each side. Good. Now bring your legs just slightly apart, and you're going to go into knee circles. So just one knee, stirring your thigh bone within your hip joint. Imagine you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your knee. Keep your pelvis and your spine still. Change direction. Good. Then you can hold that leg completely still, and you're going to do the same on the other side. Good. So just feeling that movement within your hip joint. Change direction. And then you can bring one foot back down to the floor and then the other. Lovely. Right, so we're going to do spine curls combined with curl-ups now. So you're going to clasp your hands behind the back of your head. You're going to start off just with a normal spine curl. So bring your feet quite close into your body. Have them just a few inches apart so you have a good stable base. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to tuck your tailbone under, press your lower back down into the floor, peel your spine up off the floor, up onto your shoulder blades, hold it there. Take a breath in. Now start to curl up. So nod your head forward, start to come up into a curl up as your spine lowers back down. Release your pelvis completely. And then take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to go again. Now hold the curl up as you tuck your tailbone, start to peel your spine up, and then slowly come down out of your curl up as you come up into your spine curl. And keep going with this, so nodding your head forward, starting to curl up. So you're rippling through your spine. Feel that almost wave-like motion. Good, that's lovely. Keep your ribs tucked down when you come up to the top of your spine curl. Keep your head heavy in your hands, Watch you don't pull on your neck. Keep a little space between your chin and your chest. Keep the weight balanced through your feet. Good. This time, when you come out of your spine curl, you're going to keep your head down. So coming down out of your spine curl, then bring your arms down by your side. We're going to go back up into one more spine curl, but you're going to hold it there. So tucking under again, peel your spine up, lengthening through your spine, coming up onto your shoulder blades. Hold it there. Keep the lift of your hips. Good, keep your ribs tucked down. And then you're going to rotate your pelvis so it comes over, just a slight rotation, back to the center and over the other side. Good, so keep going. Lovely. Keep the stability through your spine, just feeling that rotation. One more to each side. And then slowly coming back down out of your spine curl. So you're going to clasp your hands behind the back of your head again. You're going to come up into a curl up and you're going to hold that position. So curling up, hold the position, feel your ribs just tilting down and back. Then you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, open one knee out to the side. Keep the other knee still, close it as you breathe in. Repeat that on the other side. One more to each side, and then you're going to come back down out of your curl up. Good. Lovely, come back down, then you're going to come up for another set. We're going to do 3 sets in total. So nod your head forward, curl up, hold the curl up. Open your knee out to the side on your out breath, close it on your in breath. Repeat on the other side. Check your pelvis is not moving, it's not rocking from side to side. Good, you'll be able to see, being up in your curl up, you'll be able to see if your other knee is moving. How many have you done?
I think I've done the right amount. Maybe I've done one too many on each side.
Okay, come back down. How many sets have we done?
Only 2.
Good. Come back up again, nod your head forward. Last one. 2 on each side. So open your knee out to the side, close it. Repeat that on the other side. When you've done 2 on each side, bring your head back down to the floor. Now we're going to come up into an oblique curl. So we'll just do one of those first of all on each side. So you're going to nod your head forward. And as you start to curl up, you're rotating towards one side. So think of your ribs coming towards your opposite hip. Breathe in as you come back down. And then do the same to the other side. Lovely, good. Now we're going to add in a leg slide. So as you rotate towards the right, you're going to slide your left leg away along the floor. Bring it back in as you come back, and then do the same on the other side. Trying to sort of keep your heel on the floor really, so you're not working too hard through your body. I know your feet probably stick to the floor, but just gently, very light contact. Good. So you're keeping lengthened in both sides of your waist. This is going to help you stay lengthened as you rotate. Do one more to each side again. And then keeping your hands behind your head, you're now just going to lift your head just 1/4 inch off the floor. So you're not curling up, you're still looking up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to go over into a side bend. So leading with your head, just coming over into a side bend, back to the center, and then over to the other side. So you're feeling a stretch in the side of your waist, but you're not flexed in your spine, you're not curled up at all. Good. And then you can bring your head back down. Good. Bring your knees in again, clasp behind the back of your legs, and then you're just going to use your legs to pull yourself up into sitting. If this doesn't work for you, just come up into sitting the best way for you. And you're going to go into some half roll backs. So, lengthening your arms out in front of you. Really reaching up through the crown of your head. So you're lifting up out of both sides of your waist. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to find your C curve. So you're tucking your tailbone under and you're starting to roll halfway back. Hold it to breathe in. Breathe out as you come back up again. Keep the C shape in your spine until you come right up and then lengthen up into neutral. And again, so tucking under, finding the C shape, roll halfway down, hold it there. This time you're now going to reach one arm up above your head. Bring it back down again, reach the other arm up above your head. Bring it back down, and now both arms up above your head. Good, that's the hard one. Bring it back down and roll back up. Lengthen back up into neutral, lovely. And again, so tucking under, rolling halfway back, hold it there. Keep your lower back pressing down towards the floor the whole time. So you're keeping that C shape, lift one arm. Don't worry if you can't lift it very high. The important thing is that you keep the shape, the C shape in your spine. Both arms together, bring them forward, start to roll up. Lengthen back up into neutral. We're going to do that once more. Tuck under again, find your C shape, roll halfway back. Lifting one arm, bring it back. Lift the other, bring it back. Both arms together and roll back up. Lengthening right up into neutral. Good. Right, we're going to roll back down into lying, but really slowly, okay? So I want you to really push your lower back down towards the floor. Feel the back of your pelvis, feel that rolling all the way down, bringing your head back down to the mat and back into relaxation position. Bring your feet just a few inches apart. We're going to do knee rolls. So with knee rolls, you're going to keep your pelvis completely still. So have your feet like that. That's great. Okay, so you're going to, on your out breath, you're going to let both knees come over to the side without your pelvis moving. So the outer edge of your foot can lift off. You're moving your pelvis, Daisy, so keep your pelvis really heavy on the floor. Yeah, keep your hands on it, that will be easier. So it's a small movement. Then bring your knees back on your in-breath, over to the other side on your out-breath. So you're really thinking of the movement just being within your hip joint, just like when we were doing knee circles, things like that. It's just a movement within the hip joint. There's no movement of your pelvis and your spine. Good. It's probably, I'm just going to see if I can move this so that we can actually see what you're doing a bit better. So just tiny movement. You can probably go a tiny bit further than that, but really think about keeping just loose within your hip joints. Good. Then back to the centre and then over to the other side. Excuse me. And then you're going to bring your legs together. So we're going to go into hip rolls with your feet down. Bring your arms out to the side. So your knees are going to come over in the same way, but you're going to now be rotating your pelvis and your spine. So now it's a movement of your pelvis and your spine, not within the hip joint. Good. One more of those to each side. And then coming back into the centre. That's brilliant, good. Okay, so we're going to, let me just remember what we're going to do now. Yeah, okay, so we're going to actually come up into the hundreds now. I was thinking that seemed a little bit hard from there, but we'll go slowly. So you can keep your head down for the hundreds if you want to, but you're going to come up into a double knee fold. So either keep your head down on the mat, or you're now going to curl up, lengthening your arms away from you. So really reach with your fingertips. You're now going to breathe in for a count of 5 as you beat your arms. So in 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going with this. As you breathe in for your count of 5, you're going to lengthen your legs away from you. And as you breathe out for 5, you're going to draw them back in again. So breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you had your head down, you can still do the leg lengthens, but make sure they're quite high. When you're curled up, you can bring your legs as low as you're able to control the movement. Good, Daisy. One more. And then hug your knees into your chest, bring your head back down to the floor and just roll from side to side. Just release your neck, let your head roll from side to side. Brilliant, good. Now keep one knee hugged right into your chest. Really hug it in, but you're trying to keep your pelvis reasonably neutral. So you're then going to lengthen the other leg along the floor. So it's right along the floor. But you're going to now point with your toe. I know you haven't got much space, have you, with the sofa? Yeah. You're going to point with your toe, and then you're going to bring that leg up towards the ceiling. No, keep it straight, so completely straight.
I had to bend it to get it out from underneath the sofa.
Okay. And then you're going to press away with your heel now, and then you're going to lower your leg back down towards the floor. And again, point with your toes. So you're going to actually bring your leg all the way to the floor. Okay, so this is really, really slow. That's really nice. And really keep reaching. Hopefully you haven't got the sofa in front of you like Daisy has. And exaggerate the movement through your ankle. Good. Hug that knee into your chest now. And then you're going to repeat that on the other side. So bring your leg all the way down to the floor. Good. Now you're bringing your leg up with your foot pointed. Good. Keep it slower. Now press away with your heel. Bring your leg slowly back down. Your spine and your pelvis staying completely still again. That's really nice. You want to feel like your leg is working quite hard, keeping it completely straight. That's lovely, good. And then you can hug both knees into your chest, just release your lower back. Good. Right, we're going to come over onto your side now. So you can lengthen your arm away and have a head cushion or a towel in between your head and your arm. You want to be long in both sides of your waist. Your legs are bent, your knees are bent, your heels in line with your bottom. Good. Now try and have your hips stacked on top of each other so that you're not leaning forward or back. So we're going to go into the oyster, but we're just going to change it slightly. So take a breath in. Now, as you breathe out, keeping your feet together, you're going to open your top knee up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to lengthen this leg away really straight again, just like when we were doing the back one before. Then you're going to bring your heels back together, and then you're going to close your knee and then lift your foot. So you're rotating medially from the hip. Good. And again, so heels together. Breathe out as you lift your knee. Breathe in as you lengthen your leg away. Breathe out, bring your heels together again. Breathe in as you close your knee and breathe out as you go into the medial rotation, lifting your foot. 2 more like that. So opening your knee, really push your knee open. Don't let your pelvis move, keep it completely still. Good. The last one, into your oyster first of all. Lengthen your leg away, really reach. Bring your heels back together, close your knee, lift your foot. Brilliant, that's lovely. And then we'll go over onto the other side. That's really nice. Could you feel that working?
Yeah, nice.
So again, checking you're long in both sides of your waist, hips stacked on top of each other, heels in line with your bottom. You want to be looking straight ahead of you so that your neck's in a good position. Is your arm comfortable like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. And then you're going to take a breath out as you open your knee. Breathe in as you lengthen it. Breathe out as you bring your heels back together. Breathe in as you close, and then lift your heel on your out breath. And again, so open your knee, lengthen your leg away. Bring your heels back together. Close your knee, lift your foot. Can you remember how many we did on the other side? Go again, open your knee. I think we did 4.
Okay.
Lengthen your leg away. Bring your heels back together. Close your knee, lift your foot. And just do that once more. Brilliant, good. So that's just getting medial and lateral rotation into your hip. We're now going to come up into a side plank, but on your knees. So you can rest on your elbow or your hand. It's probably better on your elbow. No,
Okay.
definitely on your elbow. Rest on your elbow, have your knees bent so they're stacked on top of each other. You can have your other hand in front of you to help to stabilise. And you're just going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel that you're working in the side of your waist. Does that feel
Do you
okay?
think I'm in the right position? So I'm in the same position for oyster.
Hang
Because
on, I'm
I
gonna have
am
to put this
coming
down.
forward. It's okay, I think it's fine. Don't have to come over.
Okay. I think I probably have your legs just a little bit more like that. Does it feel okay as
Yeah.
you lift?
It just feels like I'm coming forward, but I suppose that's what it's
That's
supposed to
okay,
be.
you can come forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you feel it working here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that probably, for some of you, will feel enough. If you want to go into a full side plank, then because you've generally got bare feet, it's quite hard work on your feet, so you probably don't want to have your feet on top of each other. Straighten your legs and have one foot in front of the other. Okay, and then again, so you're rolling back now, so just try not to roll back. And then you're just going to try and lift. That's lovely, good. And then come back down again. And you can do 2 more like that. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Good, that's lovely. And then you can change sides. So first of all on your knees. That feel okay? Good. Good, so just lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Check you feel balanced. If you have a shoulder issue, you may not want to do this, so just check it feels right for you. And you can always add in holds as well if you want to work a little bit harder, you can hold it. And when you dip down, instead of bringing your hip all the way to the floor, you can just bring it halfway down and then back up again, just depending on how hard you want to work. Do you want to do just a couple with straight legs now as well? So bring one foot, your top leg, bring the foot just in front of the other.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine, if that feels okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And just do maybe 1 more. Good, and then come back down again, that's lovely. So you're going to go over onto your tummy now. We're going to do diamond press first of all, but you're going to have your legs quite wide apart. A little bit wider than, yeah, about there, it's about shoulder width apart. You are going to have your fingertips together. You can just rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Now try and get as much of your chest down onto the floor as you can, so there's no flexion in your upper back. Draw your abdominals in, and then you're going to lift your head and lift your chest, so you're just coming up into a little extension. Your lower ribs will still be on the floor. Look down towards your hands still. Think of your shoulders staying away from your ears, and just hold that position. Now you're going to lift one leg, bring it back down to the floor, and then lift the other leg. So you're just going to alternate lifting one leg and then the other. You want your legs to be completely straight. Imagine that you're reaching away with your foot. Good, keep going. One more on each side. And then you can release back down again. Good. So bring your arms down by your side now. We're going to go into a dart, but we're going to keep your legs in this position. So you're going to keep your legs quite wide, maybe not quite as wide as they were, yeah, about like that, but still turned out. Then you're going to lift your head and lift your chest. Lift your arms just either side of your body. And then you're going to come straight back down again. So we're coming in and out of the dart quite quickly. So breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you release back down. Good. So really think about the length through your body. You're not lifting your feet off the floor. Keep your abdominals drawn in. Lovely. This next time you come up, you're going to hold it. So hold the position for a little bit longer. Now lift your arms up a little bit higher behind you. Turn your palms in and reach right away with your fingertips. Keep the length in the back of your neck. That's lovely. Release back down. We're going to do one more like that. So coming back up into your dart. Top of your head reaching away. You're still looking down towards the floor. Lift your arms up behind you. Lift your arms a little bit higher. Turn your palms in. Reach away with your fingertips. And then release back down. That's lovely. Come into cobra position now. Legs quite wide, turned out at the hips. Hands either side of your head. Quite wide as well, so you keep open in your back. And then you're going to lift your head. Now just imagine that your chest is trying to reach forward. So your shoulder blades want to feel like they're sliding down your back. Now just stay in cobra prep. Imagine now that you're trying to slide your hands towards your feet. So you're going to feel the muscles in the top of your back working a little bit harder. Neck gets longer. Hold it there. Release back down. And then we'll come up again. So exactly the same. Coming back up. Hold that cobra prep position. And then if it feels right for you, you can come up into full cobra. So starting to straighten your arms, letting that extension just travel down your spine. The front of your hips will come up off the floor. That's lovely. Good. Hold it there. Maybe for 2 breaths. And then when you are ready to come back down, you're bringing your elbows back down to the floor. Keep your shoulders released. All the way back down. You can do 2 more like that. That's really nice. Lovely. So get a little bit of a stretch in the front of your hips as well, your hip flexors. Brilliant. Now keep your legs in this position. Bring your arms out to the side now. So straight, right out to the side. A little bit lower down so they're in line with your shoulders. Good. Okay. So we're going to do just 1 or 2, and you might not want to do this, of Skyfall. So you're going to take a breath in. Now as you breathe out, making sure your abdominals are really drawn in, you're going to lift your head, lift your chest, lift your arms, and then lift your legs. That's lovely. Good. It's quite strong on your back. Hold it there and come back down again. So only do this if you're comfortable that your back is feeling reasonably strong. And if it feels any discomfort in your lower back, just come straight out of it. That's really nice. Good. And back down again. Now you can come up into rest position for a moment. So come up onto your hands and knees. Bring your bottom down to your heels. Lengthen your arms out in front of you. Just to counter stretch the extension. Breathe into the back and sides of your ribs. Good. And then we're going to come up into 4-point kneeling. Now, if you have knee issues, you may just want to go over onto your back and just do some side rolls here. We won't be very long in 4-point kneeling anyway. So we're going to do a rotation and a stretch. So we're going to do threading the needle, but you're going to lengthen one leg away from you, but you still have your toes on the floor. So just tuck your toes. This is just going to make you slightly less balanced. So Dave's got her left leg lengthened away. So you're now going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to start to thread your right hand underneath your arm. So your back of your hand is going to thread underneath. Your left arm will bend. You're rotating, but trying to keep your hips level. Then draw it back, lift your arm up towards the ceiling, look up towards your hand. So it's a really nice stretch. You can do 3 of these. So you're rotating a little bit here. You're just trying to keep the rotation through your spine, but you can hinge from your hips. That's it, that's lovely. That's much better. Good. And when you've done 3, bring your knee back in, lengthen the other leg away, and you can do the same to the other side. Good, that's lovely, that's much better. Good. So 1 more. Brilliant. Lengthen your arm up, that's great. And then you can bring your hand back down and you can come back into rest position again. So just bring your bottom down, lengthen your arms out, breathe into the back and sides of your ribs. And then we'll come back over onto your back. So you're just going to go into those little side rolls again actually. So just open your feet a little bit wider apart, arms out to the side, palms facing up towards the ceiling, and then you can just let your legs roll over one way and then back the other way. Good, just a few times just to release your lower back, and then we're going to go into some more hip rolls before we do the stretches. So now you're going to come up into a double knee fold, 1 knee at a time. You're going to lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling. That's going to make it slightly harder, and you're going to glue your legs together, and you're going to come over into some hip rolls again now. So you're going to rotate your pelvis as you breathe out, so your knees come over to one side. Hold it as you breathe in. Breathe out as you bring your knees back and over to the other side. So keep your shoulders pinned down to the floor. Good. Come back to the center. The next time you come over to the first side, you're going to bring your arms above your head into a ribcage closure. Bring them back up again as you bring your knees to the center, and then repeat that as you come over to the other side. So you're going to stop for breath in the center. Use your abdominals to bring your knees back. Good. Brilliant. Then this time when you come back to the center, keep your arms lengthened up towards the ceiling now. You're going to straighten your left leg. No, straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your knees glued together.
Oh.
Your knees glued together.
I find this extremely hard.
Then you're going to come over into your hip roll. And then you're going to swap your legs.
It's my hamstrings.
And come back and keep going. So this is just making it a little bit more difficult, and particularly if you have got tight hamstrings. Good. 1 more to each side. And then you can bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest. Good. Brilliant. Bring your feet back down to the floor. Now you can cross one leg over the other. Okay. Bring your arms out to the side again. And then you're just going to start to rotate. So your foot is going to come down towards the floor. That's it. You can actually let your foot just come to the floor. You don't need to go any further than that. And you can just hold that there. And this is just going to stretch and release in your lower back. And then you can bring it back, cross the other leg over, and do the same to the other side. Bring it back again. And then we'll go into the glute stretch. So if you want to bring one ankle onto the opposite knee, just let your knee open out to the side as much as you can. And then if you want to clasp behind the back of your leg, draw it in and just feel the stretch on the outside of the hip and into your glutes. So you're trying to keep your knee open. You may find that it's harder on one side than the other. And then you can change sides. I think you're slightly less tight on that side than you are on the other side, yeah. And then you can bring your feet back down to the floor and just lengthen your arms and your legs away. Just stretch through the whole length of your body.
I don't think I can.
A nice stretch. And then you can either nod your head forward now and roll up into sitting, or you can just bend your knees and come up into sitting. And then when you're ready, you're going to come up into standing. So once you're up in your standing position, we're going to do a side reach first of all. So bring your feet quite wide apart. You're going to just bring your hands behind the back of your head. Good, lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then on your out breath, you're just going to come over to one side. So it's an up and over feeling. So you're trying to keep long in both sides of the waist. Breathe in as you come back up and breathe out as you come over to the other side. Good. When you go over to this first side again, you're going to hold it there. So come over into your side reach, hold it there. Now you're going to rotate so that you're looking down towards the floor. So rotate round, good, a bit like an oblique curl. Back up again so you're looking forwards and then come up out of your side bend. Then do the same to the other side. So coming over into your side bend, rotating round so you're looking down towards the floor. Don't pull on your neck. Coming back up to the centre and then coming back up out of your side reach. You can do one more of those to each side. Keep the weight balanced through your feet. Good. And just feel both the lateral flexion and the rotation in your spine. Good, then you can bring your arms down by your side. Bring your feet a little bit closer together again, and we'll go into a roll down. But Daisy, if you want to do this to the side. So you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, nod your head forward. Start to roll down through your spine. So sequential movement again, upper back, then your lower back. Bend your knees a little bit as you start to hinge from your hips. Keep the weight balanced through your feet. Good, you can let your neck and your shoulders release. So just feel, as your head hangs and your arms hang, just feel that release. And then when you're ready to come back up again, engage your glutes, tuck your bottom down towards your heels. Start to open up in your hips and then restack your spine, lower back, upper back. Top of your head will be the last thing to come up towards the ceiling. You can do one more like that. Good. Keep the weight probably a little bit more into your toes, just to check you don't lean back. And then coming back up again, restack your spine. Lengthen back up through the top of your head. Good. And then turning back to face forward, Daisy. We'll just do a tiny bit of balance, so just one little balance. So balance the weight first of all through both feet. Then you're going to bring the weight over into one foot, but keep long in both sides of your body. You're going to fold that knee up so you're in a single knee fold. Now you can just hold that there But if you start to feel that you're quite stable, you can then add in some head turns. So you're just going to turn your head one way, bring it back to the centre, and then turn it the other way. Do that once more to each side. Good, and then bring your foot back down to the floor, and you can repeat that on the other side. Good, so wait until you feel stable before you add in the head turns. Good. That's lovely, stability, really good. And then you can bring your foot back down to the floor. You're now going to take a deep breath in through your nose as you float your arms up above your head, and a long exhalation out through your mouth as you float them back down again. And you can just do that once more. So breathing in, energizing breath in, and a relaxing breath out. Good, that's lovely, well done.